Welcome everyone to another interview. Today, Akshat is with us. He's been requesting payouts since he got funded with funding pips. How are you, Akshat? Welcome, and it's very nice to have you here.
Well, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. Before we start, can you please introduce yourself a little bit for the audience?
Okay, so my name is Akshat Jain. I live in India, New Delhi. I've been trading for past 4 years and now I am a full-time trader.
That's quite nice. Do you
Yeah.
study or is trading your full time job?
Basically, I completed my bachelor's 2 years ago. I'm 22 right now and I'm a full-time trader.
Oh, that's amazing. What did you study?
I studied BCA, Bachelor of Computer Applications, and in that I studied majors in blockchain.
Really? That's very
Yes.
interesting. What
Yep.
got you into trading? Where did you first hear of it? And how did you start to go full time with it?
Basically, I start my journey through crypto back in 2020. Actually, when COVID happened, so all my classes went online and I have nothing to do basically. So, I was on the internet all day long searching for things like how to earn money, how to make money. I was just a, teenager with big dreams and goals. So one of my friend used to do crypto, so he got me into that. And as I was studying blockchain, so I'm always interested in how this thing works, how Bitcoin works. So I started my journey through crypto trading. Like I used to trade futures in Binance, and I asked my dad for somewhere around $1,000. That is around 80 to 82,000 INR at that time, and I converted that 80,000 into 7 lakh rupees in a month. But
Really?
yes, but I don't know like risk management, psychology, anything. I was just trading, basically I was gambling. So then a crash happened, as you know, in crypto, and I lost it all in a blink of an eye.
Oh.
So yeah, that's
And
when
which
I
year was
started
that?
2021, the beginning.
Yeah, in March
Yeah,
or May?
in April, actually.
Oh, in April. Okay, okay. Because
Yeah,
during
yeah.
those times, crypto was quite volatile and it was very
Yes, yes, yes.
bearish.
Actually, there was a blackout in China, and Bitcoin fell like almost 40% in a week, and I lost all of my capital. So that's when like trading come, and during bear market, when the bull run was done and crypto was going down and down, I came into forex. So that's where I started my journey. I used to watch videos, read books online, so all of these things.
How was it switching between two different markets? Because crypto is a whole different market and Forex as well. Did it take you long to get used to the Forex market or how did you manage it?
Actually, as you know, crypto is mostly based on fundamentals and forex is technicals. So basically, I was attached to the volatility of Bitcoin. So I got the same volatility in gold here in forex. So it took me a while to learn all the basics like demand and supply, the charts, the patterns, the candlesticks. But after 5 6 months, like I was well aware of the market, and then I got to know about forex factory and how these things work. And when like I learned throughout the year, like throughout the 2021, the technicals, and during 2022, by the end of it, like I get to know about prop firms. So that's when funding pips step in. Yeah.
Is Funding Pips the only prop firm that you're trading with at the moment, or do you have any other funded capitals?
I have another funded capital as well, but the most I like about funding pips is the service, basically. I
It's
did not
very
have to
nice
wait
to
for my payout. Yeah,
It's very nice to hear that because as for payouts, I think 5 business day circles are
yeah,
great options for traders because every
yes,
week you can trade, or if you're trading a phase account, which means that you get to come to a certain percentage to,
yep.
move between phases. But with your funded account and with like overall weekly payout circles, it means that if you're in profit that week, just request it and move on. And it's pretty easy on the psychology, actually.
Yes, actually, in the starting, like I failed 5 to 6 accounts from funding pips, but the cost was quite reasonable. Like you are charging almost $390 for a 100K account, so that's the most fun part. So I can just manage to rebuy it. So and during my seventh turn, like I passed it, and now I'm a profitable trader with you
Oh,
guys.
that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. And which brings me to my next question, because profitability can actually differ from every trader. So, how long it took you to become profitable in Forex, actually?
Mm, somewhere around 2 to 2.5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think it was easy, or is it really a hard process that we always see on social media? Everyone's talking about how hard it is.
Basically, technicals are all easy, but the most, yeah, challenging part is the psychology. I mean, you have to train your brain so well, like you don't have to be greedy all the time. You can't be fear all the time. You can't fear markets. Because I used to trade gold only, mostly gold and GBP JPY, because these are the most two volatile pairs.
Exactly.
So I lost huge amount in gold, but when I got profitable, I learned the whole concept, like how gold works and all. So now gold is the most profitable for me also.
That's
Yeah.
actually great to hear, because I know that a lot of traders choose gold or JPY pairs just for its
Yes.
volatility. And I have to
Yes.
admit, yes, it is. Especially JPY pairs, if it moves on
Yes.
a direction, it's going to move
Yeah.
on that direction for a long time. And if a trader trades like continuation patterns, like if it
Yeah.
trades the trend, oh my god, it's pretty easy on the psychology too, actually, once you get the hang of it too.
Yep.
But while we're at it, what was the most difficult thing in trading to overcome for you, and how did you overcome it?
Basically, my fear of losing money.
Really?
Yeah.
And how did you overcome that? That fear just went away at one night?
No, I have lost so many accounts. Like I have blown almost more than 20 accounts, to be very honest. But when my first account gets blown, so that's where this thing steps in my mind. Like, if I can't lose it, then I'm not ready to win it. Or so that's where the mentality steps in.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
you mentioned about psychology too.
yeah.
What do you do in a day that gets you ready for trading? What do you think? Do you backtest? How's your trading process? Can you walk us through?
Basically, I just woke up, have a nice cup of coffee. I pray to God. Then I just get into my, trading room. I find charts and I just prepare all my analysis a day before to look for the upcoming movement and if there is some fundamental news coming in or not. Then I just analyze the market and wait for my entry to come. And that's when I take the trade.
That's amazing. It's really
Yeah,
hard sometimes to wait for that setup
yeah.
to show itself, wait for the time to trade, not experimenting on different things outside of our strategy. It's pretty hard. How do you deal with it?
Basically, as I told you, like I started my journey through crypto, and crypto doesn't sleep. It stays up 24/7, 365. So back in my crypto days in 2021, I used to stay up all night and just finding some trades, whether it is favorable to me or not.
Yeah.
So but when I, blow my account of on Binance futures of crypto, that's where this mentality step in. Like you just need 2 to 3 winning trades in a week to get profitable.
Yeah.
It doesn't depends on the numbers, but on the accuracy. So it's more
Exactly.
likely based on stats. Yeah,
Exactly. I'm very glad that you noticed that. And I
yeah,
also noticed that you mentioned you failed 20 challenges.
yeah.
Were they all with funding pips or with other firms as well?
No, actually, I started my profit journey with my forex funds, and when I was finally able to, pass the challenges, that's when the firm gets closed, as you know.
I
So,
understand that. I understand
yeah.
that. Because I was
So,
thinking about the profitability factor. Because
yeah,
let's say they're all from funding pips, and
yeah,
all those 20 challenges are 100K accounts, which is for $400, let's say, right?
yeah,
And just 20 challenges means $8,000 in
yeah,
investment. Let's look at it as an investment.
yeah,
And as we see on the screen, I can see that your first payout from Funding Pips is for $6,600, and the second one is $292, which is
yeah,
actually great because it's more than you have invested. Which
yeah,
brings me to this. Even though we lose a lot of challenges, that actually is a process that we have to look at it as an experience, as a learning
yes,
process. Because 20 challenges failed can actually be covered up with just two payouts or just one payout. That depends on the trader. But honestly, it's an amazing process that
yeah,
a couple of payouts can actually cover the years of losses, and it's actually crazy. And I have a question about it. It's not easy to be a profitable trader. I know that. It's very a challenging process, right? Um,
yes.
what does your family think about this process? Do they support your funding journey, or what did they think about it when you first told them that you're going to trade full time?
Basically, in Indian households, as you know, like they want the best for their child and they want their child to settle. As
Yeah,
I was doing my bachelor's from Symbiosis, so they wanted me to get a job.
yeah,
But I always have this mentality that I will do anything, but I need freedom. I can survive for less amount of money, but I need freedom. So that's where trading steps in. In starting, they don't used to believe me and all, but when I showed them my profits and all, so then they got convinced that yeah, you can do this, you can pursue this.
That's
Yeah.
amazing to hear it because I think the psychological support from the family is really important in the trading journey because when you're doing something and you believe in yourself, it feels great to have people believing in you too. And that support actually means a lot to traders. And for
Yes.
me, it's a huge part of that psychological aspect of trading. Do I have people supporting me on my journey? Because, it gives you some kind of power to keep going every day. It's not an easy job actually. Um, my last question before I ask you about your approach to the markets is, was there a point in your trading journey that you thought to yourself, okay, I'm going to stop doing this, or okay, I think I'm going to make this, I need to just work more?
Yes, I had my days when I continuously lost more than 9 to 10 challenges. I ran out of money. I don't have money to buy more challenges. But then I asked my friend, I took some money from my mom. Like he always supported me in this. So then I say let's do this one more time. And as a trader, you should have a never giving attitude.
Yeah,
You should not give up whatever the situation is. That's where the
exactly.
trader mindset comes.
Exactly.
So
Because failing is a part of the job, actually.
yes, yes. If you don't fail, you don't get to learn from your mistakes.
Exactly. And it
Yeah,
sounds very easy to say this, like learn from your mistakes, like they're going to make you stronger. I know for the audience who's watching us right now, it's something that we all hear a lot actually. But it's
yeah,
very hard to apply to this in our real journey. We have real lives, we have real jobs, we have real things going on. And doing those real things, trading can actually take a toll on us. And it's not always just easy to learn from a mistake because we have this urge to win all the time. We have
yes,
the urge to win right now. That's why we have a daily loss limit. And that's why people lose their accounts due to daily loss limit because we are greedy. We're not moving
yeah,
on with steady steps. So, how did you overcome this emotion? How did you decide that you're going to move step by step, you're going to build your journey small steps, and you're going to be arriving somewhere?
Basically, being a crypto trader, I always have this mindset like I have to multiply my money. But when crypto starts going down and bear market happens, so that's when I get to know like if I'm making like 2 to 3% or maybe 4 to 5% per month on my capital, that is more than enough for me. You should not be greedy. Like if you think like I can just double my accounts in a couple of trades, that's when you lose because you get greedy. It's trading is just like some other business only. If you are starting with, if you invested some capital in your business and you are expecting returns, so for continuity and for long term, 3 to 4% per month on your capital is good, and you just need to increase your capital. The percentage will be just okay because 3% on a 100K account is $3,000, and
Exactly.
on $1 million funding it is $30,000. So that's more than enough. Yeah,
Exactly, exactly. And I also have to say, what you're saying is
yeah.
so true. But there is also this factor with the psychology that we have. Yes, it's very easy to think like, okay, 1 million in capital, 1%, it's just $10,000. It's amazing. But on social media, we see traders passing their accounts in 1 day, 2 days, in a week, or even less, in a couple of hours, in just one trade. And then we think to ourselves, I should do this too because apparently that's what everyone does. And how did you stop caring about what others do and focus on your journey? And how long does it take you usually to pass an account? I think that's an important point, because it has to be real. We have to talk about real stuff here.
I think if some trader can pass a challenge in just one trade only, I think that will be his lucky trade only. Like that will no go for continuity or for long term, because as a trader you need to have this mindset of ongoing and winning situations, and for that you need to work a lot. You cannot risk just all your capital in just one trade. You can either lose or win. So I think it's important to, as I say, to not get greedy and work on your skills to achieve something like this, because it's not easy to pass the challenges. And if a firm is giving you these kind of situations, so that you can just earn money on someone else's capital, so you need to work for it. That's what I think.
Exactly. I can agree with
Yeah.
that. While we're at it, while we're speaking about psychology and all these points of views, how about you show us a couple of your trades from your trading view so that we can understand your approach to markets?
Okay. So I just share my screen with you.
Yeah.
So as I said, I mostly trade gold. So my approach is quite simple towards the market. I just go on daily and weekly time frame, make my analysis according to that. And as you know, this is a chart of gold. So basically, I have my support and resistances marked, and I mostly trade by trend lines and patterns and candlesticks only. I don't use SMC, SMT, or the ICT as nowadays traders use those kind of setups. I'm not saying that is that is bad or something, but I just feel it's more complicated, because in trading, your analysis is 10% of what you do, and your psychology is 90%. So for a winning trade, you need your psychology to be perfect. And if your psychology is good, you can just win by support and resistance only. That's what I think. So as you can see, what's my approach for market is I just go on daily time frame and check what's the trend, and I just zoom in on 15 or 30-minute time frame to get a confirmation. For example, this is the trade I took recently. Basically, it's a resistance zone of gold, and I got an inverted hammer on this. And this is also a trend line. So as soon as gold breaks this trend line with volume, I just took a trade. and that's my target. So it just hit TP, and then again, it is kind of a double bottom forming here, as as you can see. So I mostly trade reversals pattern like double top and double bottom because it works for me most of the time. So as you can see, it's a clear double bottom and it's my support zone from before. So I just took a long here. So I got both winning trades. And right now also like I have taken a trade here. I can just show you.
Yes, this interview is going to be published later. So it's not going to make a difference if you show us this trade or not, and it's actually nice to see your actual live market comments. Let's see what happens.
So basically it's one of my live accounts like from my real fund. And as you can see, I am sell on gold.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's showing or not.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. So, and as far as GPY, I think it works amazing. Like it's been an uptrend since last 5 to 6 months. So I just wait for retracement wherever it comes, and I just look for patterns or confirmations on smaller time frames, as I said, on 15 to 30 minutes start, and I just take the long. Like if the RR is good, like it should be a minimum 1:2 RR for any trade I took. So as you can see here, it's a inverse head and shoulder in forming.
Yeah,
So here I took a trade on funding pips as well to pass my challenge. So this was the long trade which I took.
that's actually very clean because when the
Yeah.
move happens in JPY pairs, it's just so
Yes.
strong. And if you can actually catch it in the beginning of the move, oh yeah, you're going to pass some accounts.
Yeah. And as you can see, my scripts are ready. Like I trade crypto as well. So these are my crypto scripts. I have made analysis on them as well. So, and this is the Forex major pairs list. I trade mostly gold and GBP, but if I find DXY on support or major resistance, I, like I took some trades on GU and EU as well.
Yep,
So it depends on what market is offering me.
yep, yep.
Yeah.
It's actually nice to hear traders actually trade with simpler approaches. Yes, it's very famous to trade with other technicalities. Yes, they all have different names. Sometimes they're very bougie and stuff, but at the
Yeah.
end it all comes down to if you're profitable with technique that you're trading with. And that's the most important thing. It doesn't matter if you're using trend lines, if you're using support and resistance, or you using fair value gaps or order blocks. It really doesn't matter. What matters is that are you able to implement that strategy throughout your journey? And I think
Exactly.
that's the most important part. Thank you for sharing.
Because as a trader, you need to be patient for your
Yeah,
entries.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I agree with the most because traders actually tend to get that FOMO feeling, okay, the price is moving, I have to be in it, I have to be in this move, and they end up losing some accounts, losing some profits, only for the trade to actually come to the perfect entry after they entered. So yeah, I actually agree with you on this. But while we're
Because it all depends on statistics. Like if I'm taking 10 trades and if my RR is 1:2, and if I'm losing 5 trades among them as well, then
yeah,
also I'll be profitable because I'm gaining 5 points. So it depends. Like you just need a 50% probability if your risk management is good.
yeah, exactly. I can agree with
Yeah.
this. I can agree with
Yeah.
this, definitely. So while we're at it, it's very nice to see your payouts and your approach to markets. How's your experience with funding pips?
To be honest, it was amazing. Like best experience so far. because as you know, as I said, like the cost is quite reasonable as compared to other prop firms. I will not mention the names, but the service is good. Basically, because we get to, we got our own dashboard and recently past times, and when there is an issue going on with trading view and meta codes, as you know, some prop firms are
Yeah.
shifting towards C trader and match trader. So funding pips was the one to, shift the fastest, like
Yeah.
to get the match trader combined. So that's what I like about funding pips.
It's very nice to hear that because I think it's a nice point. That incident actually affected a lot of prop firms and is going to still affect it. And it's very important to take faster actions and keep the community updated all the time because it
Yeah.
builds actually trust. And I think for prop firms, this is one of the most important things to have. Yeah, thank you for sharing this opinion too. So my last question for you is about your advices for other traders out there. As a successful trader, what would you advise other traders for them to become profitable like you?
Basically, just learn from your mistakes, approach the markets, practice, 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 and at the end, it all comes onto execution.
Yeah, it's very nice advice.
Yeah.
And what about the traders that haven't decided how are they going to trade, which technique they're going to use? Basically, who are still learning but haven't learned anything that they're supposed to learn yet. What would you advise to them?
Basically, trade in the real time market, and you get to adapt your trading style as per the market, because
Yeah,
every trader has a different approach towards the market, and every trader has different mindset.
yeah.
So
That's actually great to know.
yeah,
So, thank you, Akshat, for sharing your journey with
thank
us.
you so
It's
much.
very impressive, actually. Over $8,000 from funding pips, and you've already made the losses during your blown account phases, which
Yes.
I think you are now in your profit times of your trading journey. I think that's incredible, and I'm very happy to hear this journey. And I'm sure the audience has really learned from you a lot. Thanks for joining in. And for everyone watching, thanks. And we'll see you guys on the next one.